more updates on the same. Just speaking on the importance of the judiciary as well and the place of the judiciary, there is now ongoing the release of the Judiciary Performance Report at the Milimani Law Court in Nairobi. Present is the CJ Martha Koome, DPP Renson Igonga, and LSK President Faith Odhiambo. Quite prudent it is for us to now cross over and follow live.
Commissioner Nelly Ashubwe, representing the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. Next is a partner who has walked this journey with us relentlessly, and we recognize the support that we continue to receive from IDLO. Honorable Teresa Mugatsa, welcome to the podium.
The Honorable Chief Justice and judges of the Supreme Court, my lady, allow me to stand on established protocols. I'm told that I don't have very much time and I intend to make the most use of it. I think for me the first thing really is to congratulate the judiciary on this 8th cycle of PPMU. And is to congratulate the judiciary because I know that it's been a long journey, but a very important journey for the judiciary. I walked in as CRJ was making her remarks, and I think what struck out for me was that the judiciary recognizes that part of the social transformation through access to justice comes as a result of the confidence that justice seekers and court users have in the judiciary's ability to determine matters. And I think that is the reason, as the IDLO, for the longest time we've partnered with the judiciary on supporting the PPMU, because for us we see it as one of the means in which justice seekers have confidence that when they come to the judiciary, their matters are resolved effectively, efficiently, and I think within reasonable time frames. For us as the IDLO, I think we've always said that we support initiatives to facilitate access to justice for the most vulnerable. And I'm really excited this year to see the PPMU report speak to some of the gaps that we had noted over the years in how the PPM monitoring and evaluation was going on. Particularly, I would like to highlight the figures and the data we are seeing now on how women and men access justice. And that is important because oftentimes people say, you know, we overplay the gender card, as it were. But what we do know is that it is data and statistics that inform policies, that inform how institutions respond to their mandate. So it's really encouraging to see that the judiciary in this particular report has taken time to show us how men and women are accessing justice. And I must say there's still a gap. There's still a justice gap for women and girls. I was looking at the data this morning. We see that even in terms of how children in need of care or children in conflict with the law, girls are still underrepresented. They are still underrepresented even in terms of the legal representation they get. So I think for me, seeing that the judiciary is focusing on ensuring that this information is available to the public says that there is a commitment to respond to ensuring that justice is available to all the vulnerable, but also that there is a commitment to begin to look at how policies respond within the judiciary, respond to those gaps that have been noted. And it's also important, I think, for other stakeholders like the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, for the NPS and other stakeholders in the justice chain and members of the NCAJ to be able to have this information that shows just how much progress has been made in terms of efficiency, in terms of how there's a commitment from the court station level to the various departments in ensuring efficiency and effectiveness. For me, I think I've always said that one of the things that the social transformation through access to justice vision of the Chief Justice has done is really to bring people closer, as it were, to the judiciary and to bring justice seekers to understand that there is, I think, a response and a welcome from the judiciary, which for the longest time, I think has always been known as a bit aloof and far removed. So really my remarks this morning are to congratulate the judiciary, I think, for sustained progress in monitoring and evaluating its work. It takes a lot to be able to accept that, you can get somebody to look at your work and tell you where you are missing the mark. So I think it's a very important and noble initiative by Judiciary to also say there are instances where we drop the ball, and by putting it out in the public, it's also saying we are committed to working to make it better. And I think it's also important even for us as development partners, because oftentimes we ask ourselves, we partner on so many initiatives, we partner on capacity building, what are the results? And when you look at the reports as I've done progressively for the last couple of years, you can actually see that there's a gradual and steady, I think, improvement in how justice is being delivered to justice seekers. And this morning, really to say, I think on behalf of partners, we remain committed to working with the judiciary, to ensuring that justice is availed and that the institution continues to be strong to deliver on its mandate. And again, to say thank you very much for the opportunity for partnership. We don't take it for granted, because you could very well say you don't want to partner. So we do appreciate the partnerships. And of course, to reiterate our commitment to the extent that is possible to support the judiciary in its initiatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mugadza, even for reminding us how so critical partnership is. Indeed, outcome number 4 of the START blueprint is deepened partnerships to facilitate delivery of justice, and very healthy, always allowing to the needs of the Kenyan people. Allow me, Honorable Chief Justice, to register the apologies of the Law Society of Kenya. She is not able to be here on account of exigencies of duty, but she sends her support. Next, I want to welcome Honorable Shadrach J. Mose, representing the largest legal reservoir in the country. So although we do not have the LSK today, lawyers and the largest law firm in the country is represented properly. Welcome, sir.
The Honorable Chief Justice and the President of the Supreme Court, and riding on all the protocols established, good morning. First and foremost, before I say anything, I really want to convey my deepest condolences to the judiciary and for what you've gone through for the last couple of months, and say, poleni sana. And despite the fact that you have gone through these challenges, you are here today to demonstrate that while you are bedfed with a lot of challenges, you are still able to continue to do that which you are required to do. It is an honor and a privilege to join you today for the launch of the Judiciary Performance Evaluation Report 2022-2023. First and foremost, I wish to congratulate the judiciary for the diligent efforts that have culminated in the publication of this report. This report underscores the judiciary's commitment to transparency, accountability, and the continuous enhancement of our judicial system. The significance of the report cannot be understated, as it represents a comprehensive assessment of the judiciary's performance and provides insights into the effectiveness, efficiency, and fairness with which the justice is administered in our great nation. The judiciary plays a fundamental role in upholding the rule of law and safeguarding the rights of Kenyan citizenry. Therefore, regular evaluation of the performance ensures that it meets the highest standards of integrity and professionalism. This report is not merely a bureaucratic process, but a fundamental tool for strengthening the judiciary. I wish to commend the Chief Justice and all the judicial officers for their unwavering dedication, whose efforts have significantly contributed to the enhancing public confidence in our judicial system. In this regard, I highly commend the ongoing reforms and initiatives by the judiciary aimed at improving the efficiency of our courts. The adoption of technology, such as the digital case management systems and virtual hearings, has greatly enhanced the judiciary's capacity to deliver on its mandate and effectively by enhancing access to justice and expeditious disposal of cases. If there is one milestone I think the judiciary has achieved, when I came around, it reminded me on how we used to run from one court to another, from Sharia House to the Supreme Court to Milimani. But today, you can be able to do your matters from the comfort of your offices, from the comfort of your living rooms. So this is a tremendous achievement, and I think in Africa, we must be congratulated, or we must congratulate the judiciary for this milestone achievement. I also want to commend the initiative to recruit more judges, more judicial officers and staff in the effort to address the increasing number of cases filed and the enormous case backlogs in our courts to restore our public confidence. This is one area that I also want to congratulate the judiciary, because even through the creation of the small courts, the small claims courts, I am sure we've been able, in a record, to solve matters that we used to take very many years to solve. So I want to congratulate you on that. The report details the judiciary scorecard for the year under review. It not only highlights the overall performance, but also celebrates the top performers who have excelled in delivering justice to the Kenyan people. Even as we celebrate the judiciary's achievement in the year 2022 to 2023, we must also acknowledge areas that require urgent intervention. That is the case still backlog, access to justice for the marginalized communities, and the need for more robust infrastructure and the resources are some of the challenges that continue to bedfile the judiciary. I know for sure that you are constrained in terms of, funds to increase the infrastructure, particularly taking into account the incident that occurred in Makadara, for example. That actually underscores the fact that we need to support the judiciary. And when I see my good brother here representing the National Assembly, and of course I appear here on behalf of the State Law Office, but the executive, we need to continue to ask that you are provided with more resources that will enable you to put up more courts and avoid some of the incidents that occurred. Through the report, the judiciary and its stakeholders can identify bottlenecks, streamline processes, and implement reforms that enhance the overall efficiency of the judicial system. Moving forward, I urge you to build upon the achievements highlighted in this report and work collaboratively to address any challenges identified so far, foster a culture of continuous improvement. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, the Office of the Attorney General reaffirms its constitutional mandate in collaboration with the judiciary to promote, protect,